Today we're going to make a cantilevered signal gantry. Now I've made 3 other ones up to now, so this will actually be the 4th one I've made. There's this one, which was the first one I ever made, and I made the actual lighting unit as well. And then the next came this one, which has a commercial, I don't know whether it's a Burco or Echo or whatever it is, unit, lighting unit on it. And then this one here, which I made the signal itself for, like I did the first one, only this is the much more improved model. And we're going to build one like this, except for mine, I want it to be green and red. Hello from Farland. I'm going to rob some parts from this Daypole Gantry kit. This is half of their bridge, these 3 pieces. And if you had the other 3 pieces, you could make the whole bridge. So the first thing I need to do is trim off all the flashing. I'll provide a list of all the things that I'm going to use here. Now, first thing first, we got to put this together. I need some sort of plastic weld, liquid preferably. This stuff's okay, but you have to have them pressed together. You have to have the pieces pressed together for it to work. So it does have its good issues, but I mean good qualities. But it's kind of nice to be able to paint it and then stick it together. One thing you need to decide is which way this is going to face, because they're not the same length. So I'm going to put the signal right inside there so that you can see it coming from that direction. I'm going to cut out a mast. I'm going to fabricate it from pieces. And this mast is about going to be 14 millimeters wide, and I think I'll make this, well, we'll make it 10 millimeters tall. You could shorten it. It's not that tough to shorten it. But you have to go out and measure and decide exactly where it's going to be so that it doesn't get hit and you don't have a problem. This is 20 thousandths plastic card. I don't know how many millimeters that is, but to me the simplest way is to just cut it with scissors. I do want a fairly straight line though, so I think I'll draw a line to follow with the scissors. Number 90505, Plastistruct or Plastruct. There's a 4.8 millimeter angle. And we're going to need 4 pieces the same length. We're going to glue them together so that a section of it looks about like that. It's a pretty strong shape actually, and I'll be back after I get mine. I've got my 4 pieces of angle, and I've got this, and I'm going to put this all together. Got mine put together. Looks like that. Next thing we're going to do is glue this to it. We're going to glue it to the flanges though. We're not going to glue it down to the base. That leaves us a gap right there, which will be very important later. So we're going to glue this piece that we just made to the flanges, like that. Next thing we need is some reinforcing plates, because this connection is not going to be strong enough on its own. So I've cut mine out. You can cut yours out any size you want, but there was already a cut in my sheet of plastic, so I just went to that cut and divided it by 2. That's not particularly scientific, but whatever you do, don't make it so big that it interferes with a train going by, because that would definitely cause trouble. Like that, but on both sides. So I'll do the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, well, so far so good. We got that. Now it's time to build the conduits. And to do that, we need some more of this same angle. And we're going to need one conduit that runs down inside. Let's see if I can show you. It's going to be inside like this, and it's going to extend past the base, because that is the part that goes through the board or through the foam and supports the actual signal, the structure. So I'm going to cut off 2 pieces, and as far as how long they are, I don't know. I don't usually measure much of anything, I just sort of do it. It's about 15 millimeters. You might make it longer if you want to. You can always cut it off later. Match them up at one end and glue them together. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got mine tacked together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it inside. Goes in there, but it doesn't go all the way to the top, because that's going to be our wire way, our conduit. And I want a little gap between the top. I've left about a ½ inch gap between the top of the conduit and the underside of the gantry frame. It also helps stiffen the mast. Okay, so we're going to make another one of those, and we're going to put it in here, starting from here and going almost to the corner, but not to all the way. Leave it short about this much, so it only is about that long. Okay, I've built my channel, my conduit, and I mounted it in there. The signal's going to go right there where the X is, centered on the X. At this point, you need to decide whether you want to build one of these. That's a signal head. This is a 4 aspect. Or build one. I'm going to build one. I'm not going to build a 4 aspect, although I could. I'm going to build, and I have actually, I'm going to build a 2 aspect. And the reason they put these long tails on here is because that you would fish down through this conduit. You can't see. You would fish those wires down through this conduit and pull them out here, and then fish them down this one. This is functions as a what electricians call a pull box, at least in this country. So that you pull them this way, and you could pull them out, and then you could redirect them and put them down this long piece. Now the glue is starting to set up, but it's not strong enough to go on with that. So we'll set this aside somewhere out of the way where we won't break it. And we'll start building our signal, because I'm not going to use one of these today. If you're interested in how I build this part of the signal, let me know in the comments, and in a couple weeks we'll go ahead and continue with this and build the signal itself. I haven't painted the face yet, but the back is painted gray. So the next thing that I have to do on it is paint the front black, and then it's done. Anyway, let me know if you want to know how to build one of those, and sometime in the future we will go ahead and explain that too. Bye from Farland.